AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
We focus so much on Jalen Brunson being a top 5 Knick ever, and he's on a great run. But we had to work our way back. We know we hated on Julius Randle. Not even hated on him. We critiqued him. And as he was working his way back and he became a team player, you look back at his career with the Knicks, 2 All-NBAs, All-Star appearances. He made the playoffs twice already. He only didn't play in these playoffs because he got hurt. Same thing for last season. He got hurt 2 seasons ago. But where is he? Where do we have him compared to Carmelo Anthony for his Knick career? Get in the comments, y'all. Let's not play around.
This is dangerous.
Let's not play around, y'all. Carmelo is beloved. He goes crazy. The fans go crazy.
Not me.
I want to know.
I'm a fan that doesn't go crazy, but go ahead, just to let you know. I'm not a beloved Melo fan, and I don't go crazy about Melo.
If you love Carmelo Anthony, he mellowed out. You see how much weight he lost? I believe he factored in the meals. Factormeals.com/ABTV50 is the code. Get 50% off, y'all. Factormeal.com. ABT50 is the code. Jump right in the description. Show him some love.
Wow, this is tricky. This is tricky because, whoever you pick is going to come off as hate. But I just got to be honest, right?
Right.
Melo was with us for 7 years. First 3 years, we went to the playoffs. The next 4 years, we missed the playoffs. Melo averaged 25 and 7, All-NBA twice, second team and third team. Of course, all 7 years, the duration he was with us, he was an all-star, which is not, that's a fan favorite thing. So that's not surprising. But I'm going to say Julius Randle was a better Knicks player than Carmelo Anthony. I think Melo's was all hype because it was Carmelo Anthony. Julius Randle going on his 5th year. We made the playoffs 3 times out of the 4 he's been there. He's been an All-NBA player twice, just like Melo, second team and third team. Melo was a top 3 MVP candidate. I give him that. People didn't know Julius Randle was a top 8 MVP candidate before. Randle, I think, was All-Star 3 times. But here's the difference. Julius Randle gave us hope. Julius Randle attracted other stars. Julius Randle gave us a future. Melo was here just for the hype and for the money because he allowed that team to just get dismantled where we literally gave up everything. He didn't even want to wait to where he could have just signed. So I think, to me, that's the difference. Melo gave us some moments, yes. He was fun to watch. I didn't like how he hated on my guy Jeremy Lin. And I just think Melo was too selfish. I think Julius Randle was a better Knicks player than Carmelo Anthony. And think about what Julius Randle's been doing. Like, he worked on his game, averaged a double-double. Listen, Melo, to me, his came from him being, from Syracuse, Denver days. Look what Julius Randle had to go through. He didn't have the red carpet laid out for him. He had to fight for his respect. Melo, it was given to him because he was Melo. So for me, I know it's hard for people to fathom. I'm not saying Julius Randle was a better basketball player. I'm not saying he had a better career. But as a Knicks player so far, I'm giving the edge to Julius Randle.
This is tough because if Flea was here, he would say I'm an automatic hater. Carmelo did bring hope. Not to me, because I didn't like the trade. But there were a lot of Knicks fans who were hyped. Like when Brunson was on that run last year, people felt that way about Carmelo Anthony. And me personally, it's not that he, the player, wasn't it, because he finished top 3 in the MVP his second full season with the Knicks. Yeah, I looked that up before I got on here. I don't memorize everything, y'all. Fabian PerspecTV is trying to be accurate and objective. Carmelo led the league in scoring. One-on-one, one of the best one-on-one players of all time. Julius Randle can't touch him one-on-one. We all know that. Mid-range.
It ain't about one-on-one, though.
I'll get there.
That's the dumbest. I'm being honest. It's no disrespect to you, my brother. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard people say. he's the best one-on-one player ever. Who cares?
But if fact is when you got a guy like that, and the one thing Carmelo never did, and it's so crazy, he's looking at Brunson like he's a nutcase for taking less money. $100 million, you ain't making that up in the offseason. All Carmelo had to do was follow his own blueprint that he had in Syracuse with Jim Boeheim and them. With the kid, what's the kid? McNamara at the point guard. I don't even know the rest of them, the teammates. I forgot the small forward's name. Was that Wicks? The point is, Carmelo had Syracuse popping. They won a championship. They had the blueprint. They keep talking about if he would have got drafted by Detroit, they would have got through LeBron. I'm not so sure about that. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Carmelo's a great player, great scorer. But again, he didn't rebound like that. Julius out here rebounding. All I ever hear about is how strong Carmelo is, how much of a tough guard he is one-on-one, and this, that, and the third. Okay. He's a tough guard. He was strong as hell. Why didn't he rebound? Why didn't he defend? He thinks we're calling him selfish as a man. I don't know you as a man. I don't think you were selfish. I mean, what you did with Jeremy Lin was selfish, in my opinion. That comment about Jalen Brunson taking less money to have a championship team around them is selfish, in my opinion. The fact that you said, I ain't going to be no fourth option in Miami. I went number one building something in Denver. That's commendable, but they took less money to go win. Say what you want about LeBron. They went to 4 straight chips. What was Denver doing? What were the Knicks doing?
Preach.
In all honesty. And Randle again was a guy that, if you think I don't like Melo the way I critique him, you don't understand how much I didn't care for Julius Randle. But the Knicks did the right thing, and Randle has grown. He went from booing the crowd. He still has to work on his game. Don't get me wrong. There's more to see. There's more to be revealed. But before Brunson took less money, Randle took less money. We were able to sign Brunson, DiVincenzo, Hart. They took the extension. All these guys are available now. All these things are in place because of Julius Randle. So being a player on the court is not just all about on the court, obviously. It's not. Like the fact that LeBron took less money in Miami. We forget about these things. You can't carry your way to a champ. You can't just score your way to a championship. You didn't study the game enough. And I love Carmelo Anthony as a podcaster because he does seem authentic. But you have to, nobody has checked him yet. Bro, it ain't that you selfish, bro. We know you cool. But on the court, that style doesn't win unless you have a certain team around you. And Brunson, let's not get it twisted. It's similar in a one-on-one style, dribbles too much and everything. And he said, nah, I don't D up like that. Go get them. Go get my team, man. Go get my squad. And they did that. He followed Jalen Brunson followed Julius Randle's suit. I'm gonna take less money and keep building. CAA Mafia. And remember, it's not like Carmelo wasn't under Leon Rose. Leon Rose and them was trying to create that big three in Miami. They were all part of that, and he didn't follow suit.
Yo, real quick. So what Julius Randle did as far as basically the franchise was his. And Brunson came over and he respected that. Carmelo Anthony couldn't do that. And this is why I told you we had no hope for winning a championship with Melo. Because he was never willing to sacrifice anything. Whether it was his game, money, none of that. Look what he did to Jeremy Lin. I'm not saying we could have won a championship with Jeremy Lin. But you think Melo would be able to play with Brunson? No. So to me, that's why Julius Randle's a better Knicks player than Melo, because he shows that, you need a team. I want to be a team guy, and I want to be here and I want to win. Melo was there for the lights, camera, action, man. That's a fact. He need to tread lightly, because when we talk about Melo, we talk about Knicks. We don't even talk about Denver. They ain't inviting him nowhere. They ain't even retiring his jersey, if I'm not mistaken. They even let the Joker get his jersey. So he's supposed to do nothing but praise us. So for him to even say that little thing he said about Brunson with the come on, bro. But for me, I think Julius Randle showed that he's a better player. and a better teammate as a Knick. I'm going with Julius Randle for numerous reasons. But once again, Julius Randle was able to sacrifice his game to allow Brunson to be the guy he is. Melo would never do that. And he proved it with Jeremy Lin. Once again, I'm not saying Lin is just as good as Brunson, but he seen that fire that Lin was putting up, and he put that fire out without question. Like without question. So for me, and Melo didn't care if the Knicks got players and wanted to win championships, because once again, he got his money, he got his fame, and that's all it was about. That's all it was about. It wasn't about nothing else. The Knicks franchise built Melo's brand. It wasn't Syracuse, it wasn't Denver, it wasn't Portland, it wasn't LA. The New York Knicks franchise built his legacy. Point blank. I'm not arguing with nobody about that.
See, we go immediately to CAA Mafia's on a roll. We done sparked the Melo Spartans. Stop it, bro. Regardless of today's stats with new fast offense, Randle ain't nowhere near Melo as a baller. Because you like one-on-one hoops. Randle is slightly above Melo.
But that's what I say. Let's break it down. See, this is why I told you, bro. When you have real basketball talk, the numbers go down. They don't want to have real basketball talk. They want to hear the hoopla. When you have, let's have the real basketball talk. Melo was a Knick for 7 years. Julius Randle is a Knick now going on his 5th year. They both been to the second round. Melo ain't get out the second round. They both was all NBA 2 times, second and third team, both. They both were MVP candidates. Melo was a top 3. Randle was 8. Melo was an all-star all 7 years. Right now, 3 out of the 4 years, Julius Randle was an all-star. Melo averaged 25 and 7. Julius Randle averaged 23, 10, and 5. Why is Melo a better? Remember, we're not saying Julius Randle's a better basketball player. We're not saying he had a better career. We're not saying none of that. We're talking about as a Knicks player in the Knicks uniform. Why is Melo that much better than Julius Randle? Help me understand that. And if Julius Randle didn't get hurt last season and we was meeting Boston in the conference finals, this wouldn't even be a discussion. Melo would be out of here. So please explain. What did Melo do? And let's not forget, the first 3 years playoffs, the next 4 years, no playoffs. Right now, we're looking like we're going to be in the playoffs for the next 3 to 5 years. So that means if Julius Randle was a Knick for 6, 7 years, he will be in the playoffs 6 out of those 7 years. And let's not forget the year he missed, that we missed the playoffs, he was injured the whole season. And we was left with R.J. Barrett. So once again, Fabian, I'm asking the chat, as a Knicks player, why is Melo that much better than Julius Randle if everything is similar? Both all-stars, both all-NBA twice. One averaged 25 and 7, the other averaged double-double 23 and 10. What we talking about?
I will say this. Neither one of them are better than Factor Meals. FactorMeals.com/ABTV50. FactorMeals.com/ABTV50. Get 50% off. Get a variety of meals. Make meal prepping easy again. Get your factor on, dog. ABTV50 is the code. FactorMeals.com is the website. Click the link in the description. Get your factor on, y'all.
Melo is that much better. Why don't we get to no conference finals until no final?
And I'm glad you brought that back up. We're talking about the Knicks tenure.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, I remember they brought Tyson Chandler in here. They brought Chauncey Billups in here, and he got his knee tore up.
Jason Kidd.
The Jeremy Lin thing just always left a bad taste in my mouth because I said, "Yo, he's not making that much money. If he's making that much, y'all should be able to go back and get more." I never understood that, and it's not what you do, is how you do it.
I understood. There's only gonna be one sheriff in town. Jeremy Lin was taking the spotlight. Bro, Jeremy Lin might have had the craziest month we've ever seen. People could laugh and hate on him all he want. He belonged in the NBA. We ain't gonna say who don't belong, but y'all know he belonged in the NBA. But when your teammate, your brother, a superstar player at that caliber takes your confidence and do you like that, come on, man. Come on. Melo could have made that work. The kid could play.
Yeah. Melo did average 7 rebounds for the Knicks in the regular season and 8 in the playoffs, including 10 per game in 2011. That's fine. But 2011 is when he got here and they traded the whole team for Carmelo. He could have came in the summertime. They already had talks with Leon Rose and James Dolan. Leon Rose and them. Maybe it's his fault also. He said he didn't understand the business to begin with. So that's what we're going by. We're just going by what we've gone through so far. It went from very hopeful to it was slowly losing hope. Your job was to go against the Miami Heat. You knew you could not go against the Miami Heat with no team. You lost all the depth in the world. And yeah, we saw Baron Davis' knee explode. Iman Shumpert got hurt before the Miami Heat series in the playoffs. Iman Shumpert was playing unbelievable defense in that season, his rookie year. We understand everything. The D'Antoni and the Mike Woodson switch, David. We get all that. Phil Jackson, we understand what happened with Phil Jackson. But again, you're the guy. You're the guy. The whole thing with Stoudemire, getting on the court. That's both of you guys have a selfish style of play. It just is what it is. You want to interpret it negatively, that's on you. That's on you. Julius Randle had to deal with all of that, by the way. He dealt with worse in New York, if we're being real, in terms of what he felt, what we saw he felt. And he went bananas. And he laid the blueprint out to allow this thing to happen, man. And he became the third best player on the team. Will Carmelo have done that? AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.